present Spring Fling 2025, benefiting Seymour Helping Hands. There'll be a car show at City Park with no entry fee, local vendors for shopping, food trucks, and a kids zone. Spring Fling 2025.
Did you hear that? Your roof needs help this season, and only the highest quality of care is acceptable. At RNC Construction, we guarantee to protect you and your family this storm season. Rain, hail, or tornado, RNC Construction is ready to go.
Special pricing on Pet Protect carpet going on now at Briegel's while supplies last.
From your local news authority, local, in-depth, community. You're watching KFDX3 News at Noon. KFDX, named TV Station of the Year by the Texas Association of Broadcasters.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for joining us. I'm Ariel Reed.
And I'm MJ Baird. Now, it may be April Fool's today, but we have some really serious news coming from City Council. It's because the Council's made it official this morning as Jeffrey Jenkins is the new Wichita Falls City Manager.
Dylan Jimenez attended this morning's meeting. So, Dylan, this is a pivotal moment in Wichita Falls.
It really is, guys. New leadership has taken the helm. The city has been without a full-time manager since August, and the current deputy city manager of Taylor, Texas, is returning home to Texoma. Councilors voted unanimously for the approval. Jenkins' base salary will be $278,000. The MSU graduate will take over on June 9th. The council's decision comes in what they believe is a crucial time in the city's growth. The Chamber of Commerce has championed that growth recently in the State of the Economy Forum. Councilors' decision shows they believe Jenkins can take the city in the right direction.
When this odyssey began last August, we said we were looking for a proactive, problem-solving, economic developer who excels at customer service. We also said this process would take as long as it takes. I believe the time is right. I believe the search firm got it right. I believe this council got it right.
Interim city manager James McKechnie will continue in his role until Jenkins arrives in June. Now, for more city council happenings, including the hiring of the new fire chief, I'll have more on that later this evening, guys.
Okay, Dylan, thank you so much. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We'll follow all your followings, and if you need more information, you can find his stories over on Texomashomepage.com. And Wichita Falls Crime Stoppers could use your help finding the suspect in a stolen motorcycle case.
Police were called to the 2900 block of Blankenship for a stolen motorcycle. Once they arrived, officers were told the man you see on your screen had pushed a motorcycle into a driveway and asked the homeowner if he could leave it there temporarily due to mechanical issues.
The homeowner agreed, but later contacted police. It was later determined that the motorcycle had been stolen from a home in the 4300 block of Ray Road.
If you know anything about this suspect, you're asked to just call the number on your screen or go to p3tips.com. You never have to give your name, and your information could earn you a cash reward.
Well, the Texas Senate is expected to vote this week on a bill that would require certain sheriff's offices in Texas to partner with the federal government to enforce immigration laws.
The bill would require any county with a population of more than 100,000 people enter into the 287G program. The bill faced concerns from local law enforcement officials earlier this month, with some saying it would discourage people to report crimes and also citing the cost of training staff being too expensive.
The author of the bill, Senator Charles Swertner, said he believes it's law enforcement's obligation to enforce immigration laws.
We're going to operate with that 100,000 or more mandatory. That needs to be compensated, whether you're 100,000 or all the way up to 5 million.
And it's time for Texas to take a very bold and powerful stance against criminal aliens and illegal immigration.
The bill would create a grant program to help pay for training, but those grants would only be available to counties with less than 1 million people. The biggest Texas counties would have to fund it themselves.
And Texas is trying to take over the film industry using new legislation. The Senate Finance Committee discussed a bill during a hearing that would set aside $500 million over the next 10 years for the Moving Image Industry Incentive Fund. The governor's film office would use that money to issue grants to film productions that spend at least $500,000 in Texas. It would also reduce some residency requirements to qualify. Actors Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson testified. Despite the support from the stars, the bill got some pushback from senators over whether or not the language used in the productions should be reviewed during the application process. However, the bill was later passed and voted 11-0. The bill is now going to be considered by the full Senate in the coming days.
Meanwhile, Texas prisoners may endure another summer of extreme heat, as last week a federal judge found the heat conditions for incarcerated people unconstitutional. However, the judge will not order the state to install air conditioning because it could cost billions. This is in response to a lawsuit claiming heat in state facilities amount to cruel and unusual punishment. It was filed by former mortician Bernie Tiede, who was serving a life sentence. The attorney defending Tiede called the judge's ruling a victory, despite no action being taken, saying there is now proof of endangerment among the Texas prison system. Right now, there are bills within the legislature to make change, but lawmakers have yet to address the issue. In 2018, the state was ordered to install AC units for older prisoners and those who are medically vulnerable.
And as we're here in Texoma, let's check in with meteorologist Noah Chomley for a look at our Tuesday afternoon forecast. And Noah, what are we watching as we move into the afternoon and evening?
Well, really, we're watching for